Today is Wednesday, February 24th, 2016, and today's day 3 of PSL number 7. Today we're going to be doing our IStep practice, and just to give you guys a warning, today you're actually going to be taking your practice part of your IStep for math class, so this kind of goes hand in hand. So let's take a look at the question that we're going to be using for the entire length of this question, but we have different parts that go with it. So Aiden is learning to speak a new foreign language. He already knows 16 words in the foreign language, and his goal is to know a total of 100 words. Over the summer, he's going to learn 4 new words each day. So they've given us quite a bit of information in there. What we need to do, part A, write an equation that can be used to determine the number of days that it will take Aiden to reach his goal of 100 words. Be sure to define the variable in your equation. So what we need to do is we need to kind of think of our formula y equals mx plus b, and we need to start thinking about what each piece of the formula means. So if we were to, wow, that b is horrible. If we were to kind of pull out pieces of information, we can kind of pair these up with different colors. So the number of days to reach his goal is one of our variables. And then we also have a couple of other constants. So up in the top, he already knows 16 words. So this is a number that's not going to change. And I'll tell you right now that the number that's not going to change is actually going to be our intercept. So this is going to be our plus 16. And then his goal is to know a total of 100 words. So total, total of 100 words is actually going to be his y right here. So if we want his total in the end is 100, the last thing we need is our slope, which is going to be something that changes, and that's 4 new words each day. So his slope is 4, and then his x is going to be representing the number of days. So that's actually our equation. So defining the variables, I'm just going to go ahead and write that out. So there is in words what I was just talking about. The pink being your slope, the number of new words each day, which is 4. And then B is another number they gave us, which is the fact that he already knows 16 words, so we don't have to really account for those. Y is going to be the green part, the total over the whole summer is 100 words, and then X being the number of days that we're going to solve for to find out how many days he needs to spend studying. So let's continue on to part B. Part B, how many days will it take Aiden to reach his goal? So using the formula that we just came up with on our last part, we're going to use the one where we've substituted 100 for the total number of words he learned. We're going to actually just go ahead and we're going to solve for x to find that number of days that he is going to have to take to reach his goal. So if you want to do a traditional, how we usually do, over here we've got 4x, and then we've got 2 number terms. So I have a 16 here and 100 here. So I'm going to move 16 over here. So I'm going to do the opposite of plus, which is minus 16, which gives me 84, and I'm going to bring down my 4x. So now I have x isolated, but it is being multiplied by 4. So to get rid of times 4, I actually want to divide both sides by 4. If I do it to one side, I must do it to the other. So x ends up being equal to 21. So our answer, how long is it going to take Aiden? It's going to take him 21 days if he learns 4 new words each day, and he already knew 16. It's going to take him 21 days. So that was part B. Our last part is part C, and it's putting a spin on the question that we just had. So if Aiden needed to finish 7 days sooner, so instead of taking 21 days, we actually wanted to finish 7 days sooner, so minus 7. How many words would he need to learn each day? So first of all, 21 minus 7 is going to give us 14. So now he's only going to have 14 days to work with. And we're going to need to go back and look at some of our info from the first day. Now, instead of having our X being the number of days studying, we're given X to be 14. And we're going to actually, now, instead of solving for, being told that M is 4, we need to solve for our new slope. So we now know that X is going to be 14 days, 16, or our slope, our y-intercept, we still know 16 words already. And then our y is still going to equal 100 because we know that he is going to aim for a total of 100 at the end. But now we need to find our new slope. So your new formula looks like this, where we've got 14x, and technically it should look like this. Slope, your y equals mx plus b, slope times 14. But I'm rewriting it as 14x just because that's how we'll solve it. So let's get to work. So over on this side, you can see I've still got my x term, but then I've got a number and a number. So just like before, we're going to subtract 16 from both sides, which leaves me with 84 on the left, and I'm going to simply bring down 14x. So this time I need to take my x, which is being multiplied by 14, and I need to divide both sides by 14. So this means that x is going to be equal to 6. So let's think about what that means. Recall that originally that was supposed to be our m, so we solved for m to equal 6. And if you go back to what our m was originally worth, m was originally number of new words each day. So now instead of having to learn 4 new words each day, Aiden will need to learn 6 new words each day if he wants to complete it in a matter of 14 days rather than 21. And if they were to ask you to write that out, you would just simply write a statement stating what you were either thinking or what I had just said, but most likely if you're taking an IStep, it's going to be because that's what you're thinking. So make sure that whatever you're thinking, just write it down, and you can never have too much detail. Even if you haven't written anything in detail all year and you save it to go in detail on the IStep, I will still be extremely proud of you.